Good evening and welcome to HPU News on November 13th, 2018. I'm Jennifer Brammer.
And I'm Allie Patterson. Tonight on HPU News, wildfires tear through California.
A Minnesota dog saves a family's lives.
And a Houston Astros player gives back. But first, we head over to meteorologist Dylan Lynn. Dylan, is this rain ever going to stop?
Thanks, Jennifer and Allie, and good evening. High Point, I'm meteorologist Dylan Lynn to give you all things weather. As of right now, we'll start off with our regional temperatures. So far, they're not too bad for the Triad area, with the Triad only being at 51 degrees, over down in Charleston, South Carolina being 64, and then Waycross, Georgia being 66. However, it is a little cold up north, especially in Chicago, being only 28 degrees. Also then over in Washington being 48. We're now going to go over to our national temperatures, which overall for the United States have been very temperate. However, those wildfires are being very fueled in Los Angeles, being only at 73 degrees. Hopefully some cool weather and also some precipitation will help those wildfires. We have then over in Bismarck, we got 39, International Falls being 15, and then over in Cleveland area being 35. Now let's take a little closer to home. Overall for the Triad area, we are going to remain pretty chilly and moderate temperatures over the next 7 days, with rain on Thursday being at 90% along with only 25% chance of rain on Wednesday. On tomorrow we're at a high of 47 with a low of 42, 38, and 33 on Thursday. So it's actually going to be fairly chilly on Thursday. However, for the weekend, it is going to be beautiful weather with highs in the mid to low 50s and those lows in those high 30s. Then we go over on to Monday, still on that 51 degrees with a low of 32, and then on Tuesday we have a high of 48. Well, that is all the weather I have for you today, so let's take it back to Jennifer and Allie.
Looks like winter is coming and I am not ready for it.
Yeah, I honestly am not someone who can handle the cold weather, so that's not going to go well for me.
No, literally I have to bundle up.
Me too. Well, in California that's not the case. The severity of the California wildfires is at an all-time high. The death toll has risen with 44 lives now claimed. President Trump declared a disaster in the state of California, with the moving fires continuing to spread from outside Los Angeles and north near Paradise. There are 70,000 residential homes still in the path of the fire's destruction, with 22 million people still at risk.
Happy hour will be postponed for Dark House Tavern in Houston, Texas, after a driver slammed her Mustang into the building overnight. Authorities say the woman lost control of her vehicle and crashed into the side of the tavern. There were customers inside the building at the time of the wreck, including a few people sitting at a table in the area the building was hit. No one inside was hurt. The driver was semi-unconscious when authorities arrived at the scene and was transported to the hospital in stable condition. She's expected to be okay. Police are still investigating the cause of the incident. Next time I go to a restaurant, I'll make sure not to sit by a wall.
Just yesterday, a mechanical malfunction resulted in a U.S. Navy aircraft crashing into the Philippine Sea. Both pilots were reported to be in good condition after ejecting from the jet and getting medically evaluated aboard the USS Ronald Reagan. This is not the first incident that has acted as a setback for the U.S. military lately, with 12 sailors being injured in a helicopter crash just last month. According to a Navy statement, the fighter jet crash is currently under investigation.
It's time to welcome back Allie Ortolani with our campus updates. What's happening around HPU, Allie?
Hi guys, it's Allie Ortolani with your High Point campus updates this week. Thanksgiving break is right around the corner, not to mention the end of the semester. But don't worry, there's plenty to do in the meantime. This Wednesday, November 14th from 12 to 1 p.m., HPU Libraries is hosting a Business and Career Resources Workshop in Phillips Hall, Room 120. The event is open to all students but will be focused on business-centered careers. This event is also aimed at demonstrating the numerous resources that the HPU Library and the Career Centers have to better assist you in locating your dream job and internship opportunities. Be sure to RSVP for the event by emailing reference@highpoint.edu. Then there will be an SGA meeting this Thursday, November 15th from 7 to 8 p.m. While SGA meetings are mandatory for members, it is also open for members of the student body to attend. This can serve as a great way to be better informed about the various organizations on HPU's campus. And if you're a fan of musicals, you're in luck. High Point University's Department of Theater and Dance and Department of Music will present the Broadway version of Little Woman, the musical, this Thursday, November 15th at 7:30 p.m. in the Pauline Theater at Hayworth Fine Arts. The captivating story of four sisters is filled with adventure, heartbreak, and hope. Don't worry if you can't make it Thursday. The musical will be running from November 15th to the 17th at 7:30 p.m. and November 18th at 2:30 p.m. Be sure to get your tickets as soon as possible. Visit involved at highpoint.edu to reserve your seat. And finally, if you're still in the spooky season mood, Slender Man will be playing in the Extraordinary Cinema at 7 p.m. This film tells the story of a horrifyingly thin figure with unnaturally long arms and a featureless face who is notorious for haunting and the disappearance of children and teens. If that hasn't convinced you enough, there will be free snacks and beverages prior to the film starting. That's it from me, guys. Have a great Thanksgiving break. I'm Allie Ortolani. Back to you guys at the desk.
Sounds like campus is busy this time of year, right?
For sure. I know with Christmas right around the corner that my schedule is definitely filling up.
Yeah, same. I'm like drowning in schoolwork, but we'll get through it. The next time your dog wakes you up, you should probably listen because it could be important. That was the case for a Minnesota family whose dog named Milo alerted the family of a fire. Milo woke up two of his owners, Carrie and Dave Hansen, in the middle of the night. Carrie tried to push him away, but the dog persevered until the owners were woken up to clouds of smoke. The dog led his family to the source of the fire, which was in the garage. The family evacuated just in time because the home was destroyed shortly after their evacuation. The owners credited Milo to saving their lives.
A Texas woman chose a new way of grieving over a divorce. Instead of being limited to burning pictures, she chose to burn her wedding dress. Brianna Burksdale hosted a divorce garage sale after she filed a divorce from her husband that she claims was cheating and abusive. The garage sale displayed her husband's items available for purchase. During the sale, Barksdale set her wedding dress on fire. She even served mimosas and donuts to the fellow shoppers. Barksdale and her new friends wrote profanity-laden words all over the dress and cheered her on as the dress went up in flames. According to Barksdale, the item sold out within minutes of the start of the sale.
And now back on his rightful throne, we have Kevin McMahon in the house tonight. Kevin, I took your place last week, but I mean, I'm not you. It's fine.
I heard you did a great job, and yeah, thanks for having me. Happy to be back. It's been a great week of High Point Sports. It's going to be an even better week. So let's start talking about it. Let's tell you about those High Point Panthers. The High Point volleyball team claimed the Big South regular season title with a win over Gardner-Webb. Jordan Hefner led the way with 19 kills and a bounce-back victory after losing to Winthrop in straight sets the night before. HPU heads into the tournament to play as the #1 seed once again. The Panthers will play next this Saturday in the Big South Tournament semifinals against the winner of the 4-5 matchup in Asheville. If they win, they will play for another Big South title on Sunday. Basketball is back on Friday. The women's basketball team won the first game of the season, 80-69 over the North Carolina Central Eagles. And Backrath and Cameron Brown combined for 42 points, with Backrath scoring 22 and Brown recording 20. The Panthers remain at home as they host Mars Hill on Wednesday night at 7 in the Millis Center. The men's team has opened up with two tough tests this season. High Point dropped their first game on the road against William & Mary, 79-69. Brendan Kamga had 24 points, while Proctor led the team with 25. High Point lost their home opener by just 8 points, 68-60, to a very good Wofford team. Denny Slay was the lone Panther in double digits with a team best 11 on the night. Up next for the Panthers is a trip to Sean Wrinkle territory, the Bahamas, as they will play South Dakota Air Force and the team that took the nation by storm in last season's tournament, the only 16 seed to beat the 1 seed, the UMBC Retrievers. And to round out the week in High Point sports, this is what it looks and sounds like when you make it to the NCAA tournament for the first time in program history.
An absolutely brutal schedule. How about some history being made for high?
For the first time in the history of the university, High Point University will host a NCAA tournament game as the Colonial champion James Madison Dukes travel to Vert Stadium to take on the High Point Panthers this Thursday at 7 p.m. I want to encourage everybody to come out Thursday night and support this team as they look to make history. I know it's supposed to be cold, maybe a little damp, maybe a little nasty, but come out Thursday night and show these Panthers some love as they look to hashtag protect the den in the first round of the NCAA tournament. That's all I have for you. Come out Thursday and show E.J. O'Keefe and the High Point Panthers some love this season. Come on.
Thank you, Kevin. It's always great to have you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
How am I going to pay?
American Express open.
Go! Yes! Nice one! Still buffering too.
What happened? Hey, Joe, we should let you be pals now that according to a leading independent study, the most...
Now let me tell you something. Block sucks. It's time for a little magic.
My name is Yankee. My last name is Kendall. So joke's on you. League. Buy all the diamonds from Africa. Yes, they support the illegal diamond trade. It's insane. You should...
Welcome back. I'm Jennifer Brammer.
And I'm Allie Patterson. Beginning next month, American Airlines will begin a new boarding policy. For their passengers, travelers with nut allergies, they will be given the option to board the plane early, allowing them to wipe down any surface they believe could trigger their condition. This change was implemented in response to a complaint filed by the Food Allergy Research and Education Group, which is a nonprofit dedicated to assisting the 15 million Americans living with a food allergy. While the company was not serving any peanut products during their flights, they now realize that passengers could still be exposed in other ways and are responding with early boarding times. This new disinfection policy is already in place for Delta Airlines and has proved successful. And now we head over to entertainment expert Olivia Scheel to tell us all about the world of music, movies, and more.
Hey everyone, I'm Olivia, here tonight to fill you in on some entertainment news. So this past weekend, some new movies were released. The new movie Dr. Seuss's The Grinch is now playing in theaters. It is a fantasy musical PG movie and has been getting great reviews so far. So definitely check it out. It seems like such a cute movie. Also, Disney's The Nutcracker has been out for 2 weeks now and is still going strong. Just before the holidays, this film is a great one to see and has also been getting rave reviews. On to more news. The Marvel legend Stan Lee dies at the age of 95. Chris Evans, Ryan Reynolds, Robert Downey Jr., and more celebrities reacted to the comic book's co-creator's passing. Now let's talk about the People's Choice Awards that were this Sunday. The Kardashian family accepted an award for Best Reality TV Show, and they paid tribute to the shooting in Thousand Oaks and the massive wildfires. Blake Shelton pulled his girlfriend Gwen Stefani on stage after winning a People's Choice Award. So adorable. Nicki Minaj won Album of the Year and a few other awards, which is great for her. And of course, Victoria Beckham won the Fashion Icon Award and gave a Spice Girls reference in her acceptance speech. Overall, it seemed like a great night.
Thank you, Olivia. Did you watch the People's Choice Awards?
I honestly didn't watch them this year, but I definitely got all my highlights from E! News, so I felt like I stayed up to date with it.
Yeah, I didn't watch them either. I need to catch up.
During his off-season, Houston Astros player Alex Bregman decided to begin a YouTube channel focused on how he and his teammates spend their time outside of baseball. His first video debuted on November 5th and featured Bregman chasing one of his first fans' weddings. The random act was a hit, and for his next video, he decided to take his kindness a step further. Bregman decided he wanted to do some things to help some people out, especially in the Houston community. And with one large tip, he did just that. Calling a local restaurant Moonshiners, Bregman found out that there was one server who had a financial need. Jordan Thompson, a part-time waitress at Moonshiners and a full-time college student, had just lost all of her recently earned money in a car burglary that same day. Bregman entered the restaurant fully knowing he was going to leave a $500 tip for an individual who truly needed it, and the stunt was a success. Thompson was extremely grateful for the player's kind actions and made sure to let Bregman know the impact it had on her and her situation.
Are you looking for a more luxurious Tinder experience? Take Emil Ratelband's advice. Ratelband has filed a lawsuit against the Dutch government requesting his birth date be changed to shed 20 years off his age. He claims having an official age restricts his career and love life. Ratelband claims that he is limited at the age of 69. However, he will be able to buy a new house, a new car, and a more luxurious Tinder experience. Oh, that's just crazy, right, Allie?
It is. It really is.
And he could have all the girls he wants.
I'm sure he
after could. He tells them he is actually 69.
A written ruling of this case is expected within 4 weeks.
That is all we have for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of HPU News. I'm Jennifer Brammer.
And I'm Allie Patterson. Have a great night, High Point.